Hi, boys and girls. Miss Lord here again. Last time you saw me, you may remember me reading this book, The Bear and the Piano by David Litchfield. This is a book of fiction, and that means that the story in this book did not really happen. It's a made up story. But it got me thinking about bears, real bears, and I wanted to learn more. So I looked for a nonfiction book about bears and I found a cute one. This book is called Baby Bears. And I went ahead and looked through it ahead of time. And even though it's called Baby Bears, it actually gives us really good information about all kinds of different bears and grown up bears too. So I thought I would share this with you. It is called Baby Bears and it is by Bobbie Kalman. One way that I know a book is nonfiction is that it usually has real photographs, not made up drawings. In this book, sometimes they also have diagrams um, and little pieces of information on top of the pictures to help you learn. There's another way I know a book is nonfiction. It has a table of contents. Because you don't have to read a nonfiction book all the way through. Pretend you just wanted to learn about bear habitats. Well, this will tell you you can go right to this page, page 18. So, a nonfiction book is a great way to learn. Let's go ahead and get started. Here's the first page. What is a bear? Bears are animals called mammals. Mammals have hair on or fur on their bodies. Bears are covered with fur. Mammals are born. You were born too. You are a mammal. Mammal mothers make milk inside their bodies. Mammal babies nurse from their mothers. To nurse is to drink mother's milk. And the little captions under this photograph, this says, baby bears are called cubs. Cubs are born with their eyes shut. This little cub looks like it was just born. Their eyes pop open when they are about 6 weeks old. This brown bear cub was just born. It has very little fur. And this is a picture showing two baby polar bears nursing from their mother. Kinds of bears. There are 8 kinds of bears. The bears shown on this page are an American black bear, a brown bear, and a polar bear. These bears all live in North America. That's where we live, boys and girls, is North America. American black bears can be different colors. What color is this black bear? He's sort of a lighter black, brownish color. There are different kinds of brown bears. This grizzly bear is one kind of brown bear. Polar bears have white fur. They live in a cold place called the Arctic. People who study bears once thought that giant pandas were raccoons. Now people think that these animals are bears. There are not many giant pandas left in the world. Giant pandas live in China. Bear bodies. Bears have 4 legs. They can walk on all 4 legs or on their 2 back legs. They have 5 toes with claws on each foot. Claws are curved nails. There's a picture of a bear's claws up close. This grizzly bear cub has brown fur covering its body. Bears can smell, hear, and see very well. Bears are vertebrates. Vertebrates are animals with backbones. A backbone is a row of bones down the middle of an animal's back. All the bones in an animal's body make up its skeleton. And this is what a bear skeleton looks like. This is its backbone. Bear coats. Bears have 2 kinds of fur. Some of their fur is short, and some is long. The short fur keeps them warm. Their long fur keeps water away from their skin. These bear cubs are called black bears, but they are not black. What colors are their coats? This has got some mixture, and this is very light colored black bear. Pandas have black and white fur. They have black fur around their eyes, ears, legs, and shoulders. Polar bears have thick white fur. Their skin is black. You can see the black skin on this cub's chin. Did you know that underneath a polar bear's white coat, their skin was all black? It looks like this. I didn't know that. Till today. Bear families. A bear family is made up of a mother bear and her cubs. Most mother bears have litters of cubs. A litter is 2 or more babies that are born at the same time. This mother grizzly bear has 3 cubs. Mother bears take good care of their cubs. They groom the cubs or keep them clean. A mother panda has only 1 baby at a time. Learn from Mom. Cubs stay with their mothers until they are 2 to 3 years old. They watch their mothers to learn how to live on their own. Mother bears teach their cubs where to find food and how to stay safe. This mother bear is teaching her cubs how to climb a tree. Bear cubs need to climb trees to get away from animals that could hurt them. This mother brown bear is teaching her cub how to catch fish. These polar bear cubs are learning how to swim. What do bears eat? Most bears are omnivores. Omnivores are animals that eat both plants and animals. Bears eat honey, berries, leaves, and eggs. They also eat insects, fish, and other animals. Polar bears are carnivores. Carnivores eat mainly other animals. Pandas are herbivores. Herbivores eat mainly plants. This panda is eating bamboo. This brown bear cub has caught a salmon to eat. Brown bears love salmon. Salmon is a type of fish. This black bear is climbing a tree to get some leaves to eat. Bear habitats. Bears live in different places. The natural place where a bear lives is called its habitat. Many bears live in forests. Forests are habitats with many trees. Some bears live on mountains. Pandas live in forests that grow high on mountains. Bamboo grows in these forests. These polar bears are keeping one another warm in their cold Arctic habitat. Black bears live in forests across North America. They find many plants to eat in the forests. Winter sleep. Some bears live in places that have cold winters. It is hard for the bears to find food when it is cold. To stay alive, they sleep through most of the winter. During the summer and fall, the bears eat a lot of food. They store the food as fat on their bodies. The bears live off the fat during the winter. These grizzly bears are eating a lot of salmon. They're getting ready for winter. Mother bears that live in cold places have their cubs in winter. Before the cubs are born, the mother builds a home called a den. The den is a warm and safe place for the bears to live. After the cubs are born, the mother goes to sleep. The cubs nurse while their mother sleeps. Some polar bears make tunnels in the snow to use as dens. These polar bear cubs are playing in their den while their mother sleeps. Cubs grow up. Each bear goes through a set of changes called a life cycle. The life cycle starts when a cub is born. The cub grows and changes It then becomes an adult bear. These pictures show the life cycle of an American bear. Here's the black bear cub drinking its mother's milk. Then it gets a little bit bigger. It says soon the cub leaves the den. It still nurses, but it starts eating other food too. Then the cub becomes an adult when it is 3 to 5 years old. And then once it's a full grown adult, then it can have more babies. And the cycle continues. Here's a funny picture. This black bear cub has just left its den. It is starting to learn about the world. The cub will quickly find out why it should not play with skunks. It's going to be stinky soon. This mother bear and her cubs are looking for food in a forest. The cubs will soon start living on their own, finding food for themselves. And then in the back of this nonfiction book, Boys and Girls, there's some words. This is called a glossary. And if you want to know, this is called an index. A glossary would tell you the meaning of the words, but this just tells you what pages you can find these words. Black bears, brown bears, dens, food, fur, habitats, life cycle, mothers, and there's some other words here too. Oh, we learned about pandas, polar bears, vertebrates. We learned the word carnivore. Remember what that means? They only eat meat. And herbivore, they only eat plants. We learned about mammals. You're a mammal too. Cool, huh? You're a mammal like a bear is. And nursing, and we learned about omnivores. And if you remember, that means you eat both meat and plants. Well, I hope you were able to learn something new about bears, and I hope you really enjoyed the pictures in this book. I know I did. And I hope you enjoyed learning about bears as much as you enjoyed the story about a bear that we read the other day that was fiction. Fiction is fun too. Anyway, boys and girls, I will talk to you later, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!